What's going on, folks? Bear with me. I'm recovering from what was an absolutely incredible Friday. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little burnt out from yesterday and today. But man, today was just an amazing Friday. Everybody and their mom was out today, which was cool. Was hanging out with one of my good friends here on the property, and even the maintenance guys are cracking jokes. Everybody seemed to be in a good mood these past couple of days. I think because of the cold weather and everything, people have been kind of like cooped up in their homes, and now that the weather finally broke, everybody was outside. So let's see here what we got here. Traveling down, what's going on? Cheers, everybody. I got my usual sugar-free Red Bulls there. Unofficial drink of the channel. By the way, if any of you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel and check out my eBay store. The link is in the description box of this live stream. Take you right to my eBay store. Thank you, everybody. This has been a very trying couple days. What's going on there, Jonathan? How you doing? Again, cheers, everybody. Thank you for all those likes, guys. They just came pouring in just like that. So thank you for that. Yeah, what a really. So what is that about? She cheated. Yeah, she's been going off on a tear. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for that as well, Cimmerian. Much appreciated. I see some familiar names in the chat. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Yeah, I'll catch you up on that. You know, I was seeing a girl. You know, I had her come over to my apartment a couple times, and I was hoping it would go somewhere. I really hoped it would go somewhere, and it got, she came here and we got all lovey-dovey and romantic and whatever. I had a whole bunch of stuff here for Valentine's Day, and she never showed up for Valentine's Day. I had flowers, teddy bears, I had all sorts of stuff waiting for her here, and she just never came. And then I discovered that she was cheating on me. If you look at my community page, you'll see what he looks like. He's a monkey. He's a gorilla. He's a big-eared monkey. He's a pinhead. He looks like Herman Munster. I actually made a meme about him. He looks like Fred Gwynn in a Herman Munster makeup. And, it's so fucking disappointing because, like, she was here. Well, if she's watching, I mean, we took a shower together. We made love the last time she was here. So I don't know if she was seeing him while we were seeing each other, because the way she's been posting certain things, it's like they've been going together for a while, and it just deflated me. It deflated me a lot. It's been a big blow to me. I've never had something like this done to me before. Not like this. I've had people do a lot of fucked up things to me before, but I've never had anything done to me like this. This is something on a whole different plane that I've never experienced before. It's like, how do you consciously meet somebody? You take you take the time to lower your defenses to try to get to know somebody intimately, and you're holding their hand and you're cooking for her. And, the last time I saw her, I'm not going to pretend. Listen, I'm an open book with certain stuff. Yeah, I hope so. I appreciate the comments, guys. I am reading the comments there. I appreciate a lot of the sentiment. Last day she was here, we made love twice. We showered together like couples would, And I really thought something was really getting off the ground. And then all of a sudden she just wasn't answering my texts, wasn't answering my messages. And Thursday before Valentine's Day, she sent me a meme with the two of us kissing together on WhatsApp. And then she sent me a meme with teddy bears. And I'm like, I've seen this before. And I did a little digging and digging and digging, and I found out that she has a YouTube channel. And I found out that he has a YouTube channel as well. It's nowhere near as big as this channel, but the two of them both have YouTube channels that are like, they're peanuts compared to this one, right? And that's when I saw it. And if you go on my community page, you'll see, I blocked out her face. I really should start showing her face on camera. I really should show her face on camera and print out a couple photos so you can see what she looks like. But then again, you know what's going to end up happening. If I do that here on YouTube, YouTube may retaliate against me. But then again, she's got a YouTube channel and her face is out there for the public to see. So maybe in the next live stream I should show her face. I'm not going to do it now because I'm already live streaming and I don't want to go through all of that headache of printing out photos and stuff like that. I really should. I really don't want to share the channel because I don't want people going over there attacking her. She's a fucking whore. She's a leg spreading carousel. She's a whore. She's a bitch. She's a cunt. I'm sure YouTube doesn't like the 4-letter C word, but too bad. She's a disgusting fucking whore. He's a flat-headed, pin-headed, ugly-looking orangutan. And it broke me more ways than one. Let me take my supplements here, guys. Don't lower yourself to that level. Yeah. Thank you very much. 99 right is 99 right. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, at least the past 2 days, I've been surrounded by really, really good people. I was with one of my friends again. I bought her beer and bought myself some beer. I bought stuff for the apartment first. And I bought myself some snacks and what have you, and my seltzer waters, which I happen to have one right here. I'm tanking down my usual sugar-free Red Bull, as we had such a good time today. It was 80 degrees today in my neck of the woods. And it's gorgeous. It's like in the 70s right now. I got my door open. I got the outdoor lights on for St. Patrick's Day. I got my desk lights on. I got the red light on over here. So it has like that 1960s Batman vibe kind of going with the light set up. But we had such a good time. All the kids are outside. Everybody, all my neighbors were outside today. It was just such a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous day. The maintenance guys are breaking chops because I had a fold-up table and 2 chairs, and I was egging on my friend, let's go sit closer to the road there, like 2 idiots, you know what I mean? And whatchamacallit, we set up shop. I had a little fold-up table and 2 fold-up chairs, and we're sitting out there telling jokes and just letting the sun beat down on our face. It was such a glorious, glorious day. So the maintenance guys are coming in there. They're looking at the two of us, and they kind of like turn their heads as they're driving by simultaneously, and we're like this, making like little kids, like we're doing nothing wrong. It was a good day today, man. And then we wrapped it up. I made sure everything was all cleaned up and went back downstairs. I bought myself Hungry Howie's, which is one of our local pizza shops here in Charlotte, and had me a couple slices of pizza. I still got some leftovers up there on my kitchen counter. Maybe I'll have for lunch or whatever. But I had a couple slices, so you can imagine my belly's like, all like grease and shit. But every so often, hey man, it is what it is. But I fell asleep for a couple hours, slept it off, and here I am. But yeah, the past couple days, everybody's been so cool. Once they heard what this fucking woman did, what she did to go behind my back and do a thing like this, and I've been showing off her photo to everybody, and showing off what he looks like, and everybody's laughing at him because he looks like a fucking Muppet. What's going on, Ollie? How you doing? Thank you, man. I appreciate that. All you guys have been awesome, man. I never had anything like this happen before, And it's something I've never experienced before. Not like this, man. I mean, but everybody here has been cool. I guess word spreads fast around here, and I've been talking about it quite a bit, and everybody's been so supportive of me, which is really comforting. The maintenance guys are cracking jokes, and again, like I said, my friend and myself, we were sitting out there. I had the fold up chairs and my fold up table and set up shop, and we're drinking and joking and laughing like little kids, and then we finally, I think we both reached the point where we're like, time to call it a night and go home. And brought my stuff back over here, and then went to Hungry Howie's to go get me a pizza pie and ate that and went to sleep. Woke up maybe like an hour and a half ago, something like that. And I said, you know what, let me share some of this energy with everybody. It's just really, it's really disgusting with people. But everybody who's seen these photos now that I have, and seen him, what he looks like, she's a whore. She's a whore. There's no other way to say it, and I'm not going to apologize. She's a fucking leg-spreading whore. She's like a fucking toll booth in a New York City subway. She gets turned every 5 seconds. It's a new turn. I know I'm not the most handsome, cutest guy on the face of the planet, man, but compared to fucking Herman Munster there, if you look at the community page with the memes I made of him, he's a tree-swinging orangutan with a long, pointy head that literally comes to a point. He looks like his head is forever pointing up. Toy shows, Comic-Con type events. Yeah, I haven't been to a con in a long time. Since I lived in New York, I used to go to like New York Comic-Con and Big Apple Con, and go to all the mom and pop toy stores and all that kind of stuff, just to like reconnoiter. Even if I didn't buy anything, it was nice to just like walk around. I don't have anything like that around here, unfortunately. The closest thing I have to that is Miller's Flea Market, which is open tomorrow. Maybe I should go down there, depending on what my plans are for tomorrow. I mean, I want to do a little bit more fine tuning here in my apartment, but yeah, Miller's Flea Market, you find all sorts of weird and crazy and strange stuff. I mean, it's not like they sell deodorant and laundry detergent and construction shirts. Sometimes you find vendors in there, that sell toys and collectibles and baseball cards. Maybe I should do that tomorrow. See how I feel. But yeah, man, everybody here has been so awesome and so supportive, and just really, really cool about the whole thing, and trying to make me feel better. But again, when you see the two of them, it's just, what the fuck? She was just here. How can you be with me days before Valentine's Day, and then all of a sudden you're posting photos of each other, and he looks like an ugly fucking orangutan? Even the women here are like, she dumped you for him and cheated on you for him? Are you serious? And when I hear and they're not doing, I hope they're not doing it just to make me feel better, because listen, man, I pride myself on my looks. Again, I'm not something that women throw themselves at, but I think I'm better than him. And you see what he looks like. He literally looks like he looks like a Warner Brothers cartoon. He looks like a walking Tex Avery cartoon. Duh. Or one of them Bugs Bunny cartoons, like Rocky and Muggsy. Da, hey, Rocky! Da, hey, Rocky! What is it? Shut up, shutting up. Da, okay, boss. He's like one of those cartoon characters. Yeah, I was actually watching some highlights. Our boy Aaron Judge was he's already knocking home runs out of the park. I saw a clip here on YouTube before I started live streaming. Yeah, I should be watching the World Baseball Classic, but I'm just I'm still in a bit of a mood, unfortunately. But nah, it's the Braves for me. Well, George Lombard Jr. and especially what's his face for the Yankees, man, have been fucking doing awesome. That The hell's his name? I always forget. Oh shit, I'm brain farting. You know what it is? I'm still carrying over a little bit of a buzz from earlier today. The hell's his name? The big dude from AAA there in the Yankees. I always forget what his name is. Oh, I'm an idiot if I can't think of this dude's name. But anyway, yeah. But everybody here has been so cool, and everybody's been trying to make me laugh and having a good time and spending time with me and taking the time to talk and have fun and get a cheap laugh or two. And she was sitting there with me, and the kids got off the school bus, and her and I are out there like two kids just getting our laughs on. And it got she I know she pounded down a 6-pack of Bud Light, and I probably went through a bunch of Miller Lights that I bought for myself, and we're just like, all right, time to go. So let's quietly disperse and clean up, and which was good, especially when you're like that. You don't want the kids to see you like that. So we pretty much said, all right, time to wrap it up. And I'm like, man, I just got this insatiable craving for pizza. Let me go get some pizza. I got the meat lovers that they have here with the ranch dressing. They're kind of like a budget. I don't even want to say a budget. They're like they're very much like Pizza Hut. It has a similar vibe to it. It's not quite like Pizza Hut, but it's very similar to Pizza Hut. And yeah, man, everybody's just I'm so grateful to like have the people here that I do, that I live around, and having good friends like I got here and good neighbors. Everybody was really, really, really awesome, and just really trying to make me feel better, because this one was a real blow to me. I never had something like that done to me, where it's like, I'm with somebody, literally here in my home, we're sleeping together, doing what couples do, showering together, I'm cooking for you, and we're doing all this stuff, and then you disappear, and then you go with this monkey, and his head looks like a fucking turnip. His head looks like a zucchini. You got to see. I actually found full photos of him from head to toe. I'm surprised he's not dragging his hands behind him when he walks. You got to see what this guy looks like from head to toe. He's a walking joke. I don't get it. What the fuck what did I do to deserve that? Oh man, did I need them Red Bulls, man? I know it's almost 9:30 at night. I shouldn't be drinking these now, but anyway, I mean, I'll get over it, I suppose. But this is just a tough pill to swallow. I've never had I never had a woman do something like that to me. That's just awful. Not even explain, like, why do this? Why do this? Why would you do this? You know what I should do? Give me a second here, folks. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Let me see if I can do this here. All right, there we go. Sorry, guys. So the World Baseball Classic Team USA and field gear looks great. Yeah, I actually tried to see if I can get the home and away jersey, the mid-range one. They're like $175, but the blue one's sold out. I think they restocked today over at Fanatics. But I'm in no rush to get it. Like the Team USA jerseys, they're fairly easy to come by. I mean, I got so much Yankee stuff. I don't know if I want to get any more baseball gear. I mean, I've been trying to downsize my collection, but it's so tempting to get the home and away jersey. They look good. They look really good. But I'd love to get me an Aaron Judge home and away USA kit. But I'm trying to resist the temptation on spending money, because I've been really, really trying to downsize my jersey collection. I got way too much crap. I actually had to throw some stuff away, because the numbers, especially on my soccer jerseys, by the way, my guys Bayern, they did it again today. 4-1. Jesus, man, there's no stopping these guys today. That's at least in the Bundesliga. I don't know about the Champions League. But they play Borussia Mönchengladbach. Ooh, I forgot I had this here. I forgot I printed out an order that I got earlier today. I got to fulfill. I'll do that tomorrow. I'm in no rush. So, you fellas want to see what she looks like? I hope you're watching, Jenny. The whole world's about to fucking see your face. So, this is from Personal Photos. You want to see what she looks like? Here she is. Face reveal. That's her. That's her. That's the woman that cheated on me. That's who cheated on me. Right there. Little fucking swamp rat whore. So there she is. You finally got to see what she looks like. I'm tired of hiding her face too. And by the way, YouTube, she has a YouTube channel. So this is part of the public record that she has a YouTube channel. But that's her right there. That's her. Fucking whore. Little fucking swamp rat whore. That's her. That's the face I've been hiding. Now you see what she looks like. Fucking whore. There are other photos I have, but I don't want to do that because that will get me into trouble. But I wanted you all to see what she looks like. This is her. That's her. Fucking cheater. Cheater. Leg spreading bitch. Fucking whore. That's her. That's her. Now you know what she looks like. Well, anyway. Yeah, I definitely want to get the home and away jersey for Team USA, but I got way too much stuff. I got way too much stuff. And it's hard to, pick and choose because I like the way those jerseys look. But I'll see. I mean, the World Baseball Classic will be going on for a little while, so I'm in no rush to get anything. I'm expecting my fan home USS Enterprise G to be coming. At least I saw the shipping itinerary. It should be here tomorrow. So, but I'm falling behind on my reviews. I got so much stuff. Like I wanted to review this jersey. I mean, spoiler alert. Here it is, along with the Champions League jersey. I did the Germany jersey already, but yeah, I'm falling way behind. I got Transformers toys coming. I should be getting my magenta Transformers Studio Series hot rod, the More Than Meets the Eye hot rod. That should be coming any day now. I saw the itinerary, so it's in process now. I was able to get in my my reservation. I mean, I do have a Target here, but when the pre-orders went out, and there's no such thing as pre-orders. You either reserve a copy or you don't. I put my order in, and it's processing now, so there's no point in me going out there to try to hunt one down. So that's coming down the pike. It's paid for already. So, but yeah, I got tons of stuff I still yet to review that I haven't got around to yet. So, but there she is, ladies and gentlemen. That's the fucking leg spreading bitch who likes to cheat on her fucking man. Right? You like to cheat? You like to sleep with ugly men? You come to my house, you get into the shower with me, I cook for you and everything else, and then you disappear and then you post photos of yourself with a fucking tree swinging orangutan, a mud monkey like you? How do you like that, folks? Fucking whore. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. He's an ugly. Every woman that I've talked to here has seen this dude's photos. Oh, speaking of updates, USPS. What's this? Give me 1 sec. I'm sorry, folks. Give me a second here. That might be the update for my Enterprise G. Well, it says it's in Cincinnati, Ohio, so I highly doubt it's going to be here. It might be here Monday. If it's in Ohio, yeah, that won't be here until maybe Monday at best. So, but yeah, I've been looking at reviews of that Fan Home Enterprise G. And it's funny too because I went onto the website after I finally was able to order a copy, and they sold out again. So, I got lucky. The window of opportunity was open. I jumped on it, and I finally got one. Excuse me, because when Eagle Moss had their starships, I bought the subscription, and man, I probably had about maybe 50 or 60 ships, but they send it to you automatically, and then they charge your account automatically. And if you don't keep up with it, before you know it, you'll have mountains and mountains of starships. I don't want that to happen, so I just wanted the one starship from their collection. But what they're doing now, from what I've seen on Fan Home's website, is they're reissuing a lot of the old Eagle Moss ships, which is cool. But most of them I have already. I mean, I like to get a couple of the XL ships again because the resale on them things is just. I would buy myself a World Baseball Classic jersey, but I just don't like how the limited ones are. Heat press onto the jersey. Yeah, that's to save on cost. It's like the limited versions of my Aaron Judge jerseys. They are stitched on, but you could tell like the material is much different than on the authentic one. The authentic one has like a raised texture. It almost feels like, I can't explain it. Like these little squares all over it. And I think that's just to create a surface area. So as you move, it's supposed to wick the sweat off of you. But it's not worth it to get the authentic jersey unless you're like a real diehard collector. To me, it's not worth it. I mean, if you're just a fan, then you're better off getting, I already got my authentic, whatchamacallit there, my A-Rod and my Derek Jeter. I got the old school Don Mattingly there. I got a Majestic replica. I got the Mitchell and Ness Don Mattingly. I'm happy with the jerseys I have. I don't want to break the bank on jerseys anymore because it gets too expensive too quick. The authentic ones are way better because the logos are stitched onto the jersey. Fanatics are asking for too much. Yeah, Fanatics has got way out of control, man. I mean, I think the limited player versions, which are the mid-level ones, are like $175. And the Vapor jerseys, the authentic ones, including their football jerseys, I've been eyeballing a Jackson Dart New York Giants jersey. They're like anywhere between $385 to over $400 in some cases. So no, thank you. I learned my lesson with buying authentic baseball jerseys. It's just not worth it. And I don't like the way they fit. I don't know how them guys wear them jerseys like that, and they're super long, which I don't like either. So, I mean, they're cool because, with the exception of the personalization of the player and the custom cut of that player, they're as close to what they wear on the field as humanly possible. Like the Nike football jerseys I got, my Eli Manning jerseys. I mean, they literally bend and stretch and flex because, of all the football equipment and stuff that they wear. They're really nice, but they're just really super expensive, man. So, yeah, I learned my lesson. I mean, I do want to get a Jackson Dart only because of its longevity, but when it comes to the baseball jersey, I just don't like the way it's cut. The football jerseys are nice, but the baseball ones, I just don't like how long they are and how weird they feel. Such a nice breeze coming into my apartment. Oh, man. But once again, for those who are wondering what she looks like, there she is. That's the leg-spreading whore that fucking cheated on me. Fucking bitch. Stupid fucking bitch. Cocksucker. That's what she is. It's not cool, man. Not cool. I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for this. And I'm telling you, like I've showed his photo to a couple of women around here, man, and they all laugh. And I don't think they're saying that just to be patronizing to me. I mean, they laughed at him. Gross. Really fucking gross. Have I been to any games, any Yankee games? When I was a kid, I went to a couple of Yankees games with my father. Um, but we also went to a lot of Mets games because I grew up not that far from the old Shea Stadium. So I think we went to more Mets games than Yankees games. But we went to a few Yankees games when I was a kid. Nothing important, nothing postseason or anything like that. We went to a couple regular season games. I think my brother still has a lot of my dad's baseball stuff in his place in Pennsylvania. You know, and my brother's too busy with my niece. I don't want to bother my brother because, he's dealing with a lot with her. Unfortunately, she's got that weird genetic disease that's like, I can't remember what it's called. It's like some sort of syndrome she's got that's really left her debilitated. So I try not to bother my brother for stuff. I did talk to him recently, but it's just funny because he's got this big ass fucking beard now. He got big. My brother got real big. But it's funny. He's completely bald. He shaved his head bald, and he's got one of them lumberjack beards. But I remember going to a bunch of Shea Stadium games, either with my dad or my mom or both with my brother before my sister was born. They used to give away batting gloves, those little baseball bats, the plastic helmets, all that kind of stuff. So, but I haven't been to a good game, I think, since I saw the Brooklyn Cyclones play in Brooklyn over at MCU Stadium. That's a fun. Let me tell you, minor league baseball is a lot of fun. It's cheap. The giveaways are awesome. You have a lot of fun there. It's very family friendly, the minor league games. But like I said, I went to go see the Brooklyn Cyclones. I always wanted to see the Staten Island Yankees, but it never really panned out, unfortunately. I mean, they got baseball down here in Charlotte, but we don't have a major league baseball team, unfortunately. So, they do have a minor league team here, but it's nothing really to scoff at, to be honest with you. Or I can go to Georgia and go see the Savannah Bananas. Anyway, folks, shameless eBeg. I got to plug the eBay store here quick if you're new to the channel. Thank you, all of you. In all honesty, I think many of you who've been watching what I've gone through these past couple weeks and, throughout the past 15 or 16 months it's been very trying. But this is something on a whole different level I wasn't expecting, because I don't know what the hell I did to that woman to deserve what was done to me. And she was here only a couple days before I found out that she was seeing this guy behind my back the whole fucking time. And apparently, from what I've been seeing, from what the two of them have been posting, this has been going on for a while now. But thank you to all of you guys and gals who have been through this. I mean, the messages I've been getting through sporadically throughout my videos since I've been talking about this, it really restores my faith in the fact that, I'm not the only one going through this kind of thing. And I really, really appreciate the sentiment from all of you. So thank you for that. I really appreciate you guys breaking my chops and talking about sports and the hobbies, and jerseys and hats and toys and baseball cards. I really, really appreciate that. It helps get my mind off of this thing, because it's one of the most awful feelings I've ever felt. When you start to invest your emotions into a person, it's very sad. Very sad. Very sad indeed. That a woman can do this to somebody. I still can't wrap my brain around it. I really can't. I wish I could. But anyway, I appreciate all the new subscribers and everybody who's been supporting the channel and my eBay store. Check out my eBay store. The link is in the description box of this live stream. And do all the YouTube stuff, like and subscribe, and yeah, all that stuff already. So thank you, everybody who's done so. I do have one order I have to process. I haven't finished with this one yet. So shameless plug, added away. But Well, hopefully, I hope that that text message that I saw there, maybe, hopefully, this enterprise does show up tomorrow, man. I could do to use my time, in a way that'll help distract me even more. I mean, I haven't done a good review, I think, since I did that YouTube talk where you have to like change your content to fit the times and all that. I think that was the last one I did. What was the last review I did of anything? It was either the FDNY hat or it was the Germany jersey. I can't remember, but I still got so much stuff, guys. My God, I've fallen behind. I really, really, really need to catch up on my reviews. My God. Oh, and one thing about some sports card talk. I've been watching what's been going on with the Shohei Ohtani Bowman Chrome batting rookie. There are multiple auctions going on right now on eBay where this thing now is it's probably going to cross the $5,000 threshold. There's one up there that I saw that was pushing $4,600 for a base Bowman Chrome batting rookie. I'm like, oh my God, man. And I probably paid a hot G for mine when I bought mine 2 years ago. And now that thing is going for almost $5,000. I'm so tempted to sell that and to sell my Griffey and whatever. I got 5 slabs left. I'm just happy I sold off that Barry Bonds, man. That thing was more of a pain. It was more of a problem card than anything else. Trying to sell that card, and it just really didn't. You got to face it. Barry Bonds is not going to be. He's not going to be a Hall of Famer. I mean, he's a legend in his own way, but it's just there are too many of those autographs now, and I wanted to get ahead on my bills and all that stuff, so that really helped. Excuse me. Do you have a favorite NBA team? That's the Pizza Hut. That's why I don't eat takeout too much. I eat so healthy these days. If I eat junk food like pizza, it makes my stomach sour. No, I don't watch basketball. I haven't watched basketball since the Chicago Bulls days of Scottie Pippen and Jordan. Yeah, I stopped watching basketball a long time ago. You see a lot of basketball down here. I mean, well, the Carolinas are big sports states. They love their college sports. They love anything that has to do with, UNC Charlotte or Clemson or any of those colleges, man. They go absolutely fucking haywire for college sports down here. Back in my former home in New York, nobody really gives a damn about college sports. But down here, man, you got a lot of college fans. A lot. But I just I never had interest in basketball. It never was my thing. I was always a soccer, football, baseball guy, to be honest with you. I don't even like hockey. A good buddy of mine is a big Rangers fan back in New York, but I don't watch. I'm not a hockey guy. I never was. But the World Cup is right around the corner, so you bet I'm excited for that. And I know Charlotte's supposed to host a game or two down here. I'd love to see Germany play. I'm not such an NBA fan, but I do like the gear. Yeah, the old school stuff is cool, man. I'd love to get me some old school jerseys, but again, I know me. I have if you guys have seen it on camera, the rack that I have of all the jerseys that I have in my collection. I just don't want to keep loading up on jerseys because it gets to be too much after a while, and certain jerseys just don't last. And I wear all of my stuff. My baseball jerseys and my football jerseys, they do have longevity. It's the soccer ones, unfortunately, that end up falling apart. I had to throw away a Germany Confederations Cup jersey with Lars Stindl when they beat Chile 1-0 in the final, and unfortunately the numbers turned to goo. I still have a 2014 Bastian Schweinsteiger jersey. That's a 2XL. Imagine, I used to wear 2XL jerseys. Now I'm down to XL. That's how much weight I lost. But I still had that jersey in my collection more for sentimental reasons, but the numbers are starting to fall apart. And I did have the Miroslav Klose away jersey, the black and red strip that they beat Brazil 7-1 in. But that thing fell completely apart. The numbers they were peeling, and it was turning into like a crust, like a flaky plastic crust or something like that. So I had to throw that jersey out. I think I threw out like 6 jerseys recently. I mean, you know, for me to boost my already overly inflated ego, um, they were all 2XL. So they were pretty big on me. I think I have maybe two more 2XL jerseys. I have a Robert Lewandowski Bayern Munich Champions League jersey that unfortunately it's got like pulls and bobbles on it, so I couldn't resell it on eBay. Nobody would buy it in that condition. So I wear it around here as a throw around jersey. Like if I'm throwing out my trash or something like that, I'll wear that outside. And that Schweinsteiger jersey from the World Cup in 2014. I'm afraid if I wear that thing, it's just going to peel. You know, but to see a lot of the I probably threw out like a half a dozen jerseys recently. It was heartbreaking to do it, but you know, you can't. Sometimes you just gotta do it, man. It is what it is, and that's good that that happens once in a while because it kind of like reminds me I shouldn't be buying so much shit. You know, and I've had to scale down. I've scaled down quite a bit, man. I mean, I sold on eBay 4 pairs of sneakers. I think I sold like 4 jerseys already, 5 jerseys, something like that. I forget. I really forgot. And then what I threw out and what I gave away, it's like I'm better off. But man, I definitely would love to get the Team USA Aaron Judge jersey. I'd love to get me one of them. I also love to get me a Jackson Dart. I sold off all my Daniel Jones jerseys finally on eBay. But I won't buy a Jackson Dart jersey until I see the Giants improve. So I'm kind of like holding off on that. Not for that price tag. Not for a $400 price tag. There's no way I do that now. So let me go use the bathroom, folks. I'll be right back. My apologies. I shall return. All right. You can tell spring is here because I'm starting to get them fruit flies coming in from outside. What we got here? I like to get the 2001 New York Yankees American flag jersey. Yeah, I have the, as a matter of fact, I can grab that from my collection here. I have 2 of them, as a matter of fact. Technically, I have 3. Someday, some way, somehow, I'm going to put this in a picture frame. So I have one that I wear that took me forever to get one in my size. I mean, I should wear a size 48 because this one fits me pretty good. That's the Mike Piazza version of that jersey you're talking about. You know what? I have the I have my TV on. I don't know why I just don't flip this around. Let me show it to you in the proper perspective so you can see it. So let me spin this camera around here quickly. Let me see what that looks like on a big screen here. I got the chat enabled? Yes, I do. Okay. So yeah, that now it's in the proper perspective. You can see it better. Let me throw some light on the situation here. Let me just wait for this to catch up quick. There we go. Okay. So that's the Mitchell and Ness Mike Piazza 911 kit with the 91101 on the sleeve right there. I meant to say the 2000 World Series Yankees are wearing the American flag. Yeah, to remember September 11th. That's basically what this is. So the Mets were the first team to really start playing after that happened, and Piazza, of course, hit that solo home run out of the old Shea Stadium, and everybody lost their collective shit. That jersey actually became the center of a controversy between him and the Mets because the Mets, I think, sold it, whereas Piazza wanted it to be more of a display piece for the fans. And eventually the jersey was recovered, so it does tend to travel up and down the East Coast. But when the 9/11 anniversary comes, it'll travel between Cooperstown and the 9/11 Memorial in Manhattan. I think it goes to the one in my father's hometown in Somerset County, Pennsylvania, where Flight 93 came down. I don't know. I've only been to that site once. I've been to D.C. twice, I think. My buddy and myself, who drove back and forth from New York to here, he could tell you if he was in the live stream. We did it, I think, 2 or 3 times, where you actually are in the flight path of where that plane, I think it was I forgot what flight number, 175, I forget, after all these years, that flew right into the Pentagon. They actually have a memorial of the flight path of the plane with like these little benches with water running through them. It's really pretty. But anyway, yeah, so that's the 9/11 jersey Piazza wore. So obviously this one's by Mitchell and Ness. You got the jock tag right there. And this is one I bought from Fanatics. I don't think you can get these anymore. I was fortunate. I had 2 of them. I sold off one of them. Because I really, if I didn't get a Mike Piazza rookie card or some type of autograph or something of his, I settled for a signed jersey. So this is the same jersey, except it's got his autograph with a COA on the inside there. I don't know if you can see it. I don't want to really mess with this thing too much. This is one of those things I really treat delicately because I just don't want to ruin that signature. It's that signature that really counts on this. I'm trying to hold it in such a way that I don't touch it, even if it's in plastic. So I don't know if you could see the autograph right there. I'm trying to line myself up with my TV here. Come on. There you go. Okay. There it is. So you see the autograph right there with the COA. So I was really, really fortunate to get one of these. I don't think you can find these anymore on Fanatics. But this one had, obviously, with me being on that site for the time that I was, it has more sentimental value to me than monetary value. But I had to have one of these. But I never had a chance to put it into a glass case. But I'd rather it be protected like this in its original boxes and stuff like that. So let me go put this away. And then you guys probably saw these on camera in some of my reviews or what have you, because I know I reviewed 2 of these, but I never really went over the other hats that I have. Let me just clean up my glasses here so I can see. So this is the one that they wore 2 years ago. That's the fan edition of the FDNY hat. They have an NYPD one that's like this as well. I'm still trying to find the NYPD versions of these. So the player version, this would be all black down here. It would have a much smaller New York Yankees symbol on the side. The New Era logo, which I don't know if you could see in black, is right here. That would be white. And this would be all black under the brim. So this is the fan version of that hat. And this is the one I reviewed recently, as a matter of fact. And I think I went into the differences between this one and the player hat. Same thing, black under the brim. The New York Yankees logo would be much smaller than this. This would be all black. And that's pretty much it. But otherwise, it's as close as you're going to get to what the players wore. And I know Fanatics sold the player hats, but they had them autographed. And they were just way out of my price range. But every 9/11, you could probably still get these now if you looked on Fanatics. These are your typical 9/11 hats. That's one of 3 that I have. So that's the Yankees hat with the 9/11 ribbon on it, which is still pretty much being used today. The earlier hats used to have an American flag on the left side of the hat, but now they use this every year. And then we got the blue New York Mets hat with the same emblem on it. And then we have their black New York Mets hat with the same 9/11 emblem on it. So, and all 3 of these, of course, would be exactly what the players would wear because they all got black brims on the bottom. Well, except for the Mets. Yeah, that's got the black brims on it. So these are the player hats, which you can still get. So I just don't know why they didn't do that with these hats. I don't understand why they didn't release the player versions. I mean, if you look inside, it's got a tag on there from the 9/11 memorial on the inside right here, which is this guy. But again, I don't know why they didn't release the player versions to the public. So, but at least I got those, and I got a whole collection of hats in my bedroom there of different types. Let me turn the camera around. Okay. All right, the time is 10 o'clock. And this live stream went by pretty quick. Make sure wires and stuff. I've actually moved the camera further back so I don't keep banging into it. But anyway, folks, I think I'm going to call it a night right here. I don't want to overstay my welcome. I'm still kind of like in that weird mood, unfortunately. And, I can't believe it. I just can't believe this, though. This is, like I said, that's her. Now you all know what she looks like. I don't know what the hell I did to deserve that. I don't know what I did. I don't even want to think about it. It's still it's an open wound that's going to take time to heal. But again, everybody, you've been really, really awesome. All of you have, my friends here. Everybody has been so, so cool. I'm a Yankee fan, but I've been looking at a really nice Mets jacket. I've been thinking about buying it. Just yeah, I've actually in my it's probably sold out by now. I'm trying to get myself one of the reissue satin starter jackets, like the Yankees one that I reviewed on camera. I'm looking to see if I can get one of those for myself too, because I really want a Mets jacket, and I also want to get a New York Giants jacket. But I'm looking for one of the old school zip up starter ones, the big ones with the hoods. But trying to find them in decent condition has been tough. And sometimes these sellers, man, they're just a little too crazy with their prices. You know, they're asking. It's like the Yankees turtlenecks I sold recently, as a matter of fact, over at my eBay store. I had the one guy talk me down to $80 because there were a couple other people selling their turtlenecks for around 85 to 90 bucks. So the guy talked me down to 80, and he was showing me all sorts of photos from his collection on the eBay app. But you know, you got people out there that are trying to sell these turtlenecks for like $500 or $600. Nobody's gonna pay $500 to $600 for a damn undershirt. I would never. You have to be a gullible idiot to pay anybody $500 for a turtleneck. That's stupid. You know, and you got people that are selling these old school New York Giants and vintage Yankees jackets for like $300, $400, $500 as well. I would never pay that. If you can get a decent one for like 80 to $100, I'd definitely pull the trigger on it. But you got to be careful because it can be stained. There could be scratches on the satin. It could have writing. Remember when I did the review, it has like a spot where people will write their name on it. You know, you got to look for that kind of stuff. But there's one I'm currently eyeballing. I might get it, especially now that the winter months are over pretty much. And I'm hoping the person lowers the price on it. They don't have it as a buy it now or best offer. They have it as like a straight up buy it now. But if I can get myself a modern starter jacket, a retro starter jacket from the New York Mets and Giants, I probably would get the two of them. But for right now, I don't have a necessity. That whole rack right here is just nothing but leather jackets, zip up Adidas track jackets, and satin jackets. You know, I got more stuff than what I need. I don't want to keep buying just for the sake of buying, just to say I have it. I mean, it's good for the channel because it gives me something to review, but, you know, after a while, things do tend to build up. But anyway, folks, I'm going to call it a night. You know, I don't want to overstay my welcome. Again, I'm still feeling pretty salty about certain things. It's not you guys, but, you know, I'm kind of like, I'm still very, very upset and very bummed out by what that woman did. And now you all got to see what she looks like. It's unfair. It's very unfair. You know, you could do the best that you can with what you got. And sometimes, you know, you give it your all, you give it your best, and people are just absolute shit. People can be so shitty. But that's what these hobbies are for, and that's what these type of conversations are for right here, you know, to kind of like get your mind off of all of this stuff. Because if it wasn't for these type of distractions, and most of you who are into the hobbies and collecting and sports and all that kind of stuff, I would probably be in a worse mood than I am now. You know, I showed a big moment of weakness a couple nights ago, sitting here drinking all night like I did. You know, even though, you know, I've been hanging out with my good buddy there for the past couple days. You know, and everybody here has been like really, really supportive and really just like so cool with me. But you know, like I said, this whole situation with this has just been awful. So I appreciate the sports talk, the hobby talk, the jersey talk, the hat talk, the sports cards, the Transformers, all that good stuff. They have great jackets that look just like the MLB vintage jackets from the 80s. Yeah, if I can recall, there's actually another company, not Mitchell and Ness. You had Starter, you had Mitchell and Ness, you had Diamond Collectibles, and then there was another company that made retro jackets. I can't remember what the name of it is for the life of me, but Beat for Beat it's an almost exact replica, and it's an officially licensed product too. It's not like some, you know, Chinese knockoff. I can't think of what the name of the company is, but they got some good stuff. So All right, folks, I'm going to call it a night. I thank you again for the conversation. I hate to just run off. I'm sure you guys got a lot to talk about, but I just want to, rest up and lay back and watch some TV. Maybe I'll come back on here tomorrow night, depending on what happens. But again, thank you all for the great conversation, like always, and supporting the channel. And thank you for understanding what I'm going through. This really this was gut wrenching. Like, this is awful, man. It's really awful. I didn't deserve that. I really didn't deserve to have this woman do what she did. I keep looking at her photo. She was right here, like sitting on my couch, eating my shitty cooking. I mean, why? Like, why? Why would you go with that kind of man? He's ugly. He's a fucking. What is that? Why? Why? Just why? Why? I just want to know why. I guess it doesn't matter. I have no answers. I have no explanation. I just don't know. I don't know why. It hurts a lot. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it anymore tonight, but thank you again, everybody, for supporting me and each other and the channel and the eBay store and all that stuff. I might list some more cards tomorrow. I mean, I got plenty of stuff up there to choose from. If you're interested, check out my eBay store. The link is in the description box below. And I do have that one order I have to get out the door tomorrow. It's supposed to be a really nice day tomorrow, too. Alexa, what's tomorrow's forecast?
Tomorrow, there will be clouds with a chance of showers, with a high of 76 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 62 degrees.
So it'll be warm like it was today. That's good. All right, folks, I'm going to call it a night. Listen, God bless you all. Enjoy your Friday. And again, thank you for nursemaiding me and helping me to get through this thing. It's going to take some time. If the Enterprise G shows up tomorrow at my doorstep from Fan Home, maybe I'll review that. If there's one thing that really breaks me out of my shell, it's not just the sports stuff. I'm a big Star Trek fan, so that would probably help me a lot to do that review that starship on camera for everybody, and add it to my collection up there on my shelves. I've got so much Star Trek stuff, I have no room to display it. So, but at least this one should be like this big or something like that. I want to replace one of the ships up there anyway. That just doesn't quite fit with what I have on display there. So maybe if it does come, maybe I'll do that as a review. If not, I'll probably still stay on this little content creating hiatus I've been on. But not much more to say. If you can't tell, I'm still very melancholy about the whole thing. It's not fair. It's really not fair. Take care. God bless. I'm your host, the Carolina Collector. I'll see you all very soon, everybody. Enjoy your weekend.